ISIS, were contained.
The JV team was contained.
It is sad, it is sad. We're not making a political statement. We're trying to make you understand that a city, a country that is almost without walls, Well, are you scared of a dog without teeth? A toothless dog? A pawless lion? A toothless lion? You would do that, but this only gums. Yeah. So it's different when it's on Wednesday we were talking about building a wall. And the first wall that we talk about is the wall of praise. It is when bad things happen in life, you build that wall of praise, your perspective will change. Because you're looking upward and saying, Lord, thank you. Whatever this is, whatever the outcome of this, I don't know. But what I know is that you don't make mistakes. And what I know also that you're faithful. And what I know that you fulfill your promises. All right? Now, the Bible offers, several vivid examples of people who lived out of control lives. One example was Samson. You know the story of Samson? All right, what was Samson? A Nazarene with a Nazarite vow. What else? Two?
Long hair.
All right. He was a judge. One of the judges of the book of Judges, right? So there were many judges who ruled Israel back then. They don't have princes and kings and prime ministers, but they do have judges, and so many of them like Gideon and Barak and whatnot, And so you find it in Judges chapter 14, verse 16. This was a story of a man so strong, so powerful, so committed, so devout, with a vow, a Nazarite vow. But he is a portrait of self-destruction. You've seen the video presentation last Sunday? What was the last part of that trailer?
Samson.
How did Samson's life end? Standing between two gigantic, humongous pillars and pushing against, away from him. What happened? He gave it his best shot. That was the last ounce of his strength, because he regained his strength, right? So he pushed it, and it came tumbling down. That's how he died. Self-destruction. But how did he really self-destroy? Was it because he did that?
No. Self-control. It doesn't have self-control.
Self-control. What did he do?
He told
He frequented a place that's described, like prostitutes, and then he met a girl named
he told us.
Delilah.
It's weak.
Delilah. So lacking control in that area, after that he lost his hair. He got the secret, right? His strength in his life. That was Samson. What about King Saul? Another out of control man. King Saul
Jealousy.
was the first king of Israel.
Keeps on hunting David.
Yeah, but he had a deficit in self-control. Okay? So what happens if you have a deficit in self-control? He was so determined to destroy David that's it. That became his life's purpose. Can you imagine? This man had a life purpose. He had a life mission. And he won. What was his life purpose? To kill David. What was the life purpose of Esau?
Esau.
That's it. It became his life purpose. How did both of them end? Not only miserable, lost. Right? They were out of control. And in this regard, David was described as a man full of self-control. He had the Spirit of God. Now let me give you an example. As opposed to Saul. Didn't he try to kill him by his javelin?
Yeah.
So he missed. And so David was able to, and it hit the wall. But David on one occasion, together with his right-hand man, was able to reach the place where Saul was sleeping. He was tired exhausted from hunting David. So now they're able to get to a point where, was that Joel or Abner? He said, King, let me just do it for you. I'm not gonna have to do it twice. He had the javelin. Saul was laying there. I don't have to do it twice. What did King David say? He wasn't king yet. What was his response? Don't do that. He's anointed by God. Don't touch God's anointed. Self-control. Oh my. If you were David and somebody did that to try to kill you, and all his life that's what he wanted to do, is to kill you, wouldn't you eliminate the sword or the cause of your fear? Why was David running, hiding in caves and going up the mountains and couldn't go public? Why? He was scared that this man will kill him. But that would eliminate his fear. I mean, once Saul is dead, he'd be king, then he won't be afraid. You know, he wasn't scared of fighting Goliath.
Yeah.
He wasn't scared of course, you know, it's not because David was a coward.
He's God's anointed. He's a
Because
prayer
that's
God.
his perspective. That's self-control. What about Paul in Acts chapter 24, verse 25? Felix, the governor, had no self-control and had indulged in all kinds of cruelty and lust and hatred and committing both murder and adultery. What did Paul do? When Paul was in front of him, he chose to emphasize what? Righteousness, self-control, and the judgment to come. So, you know, you have so many examples of people in the Old Testament or New Testament where they did not exercise self-control.